Hello, everybody. Oh my goodness, it's been like almost a whole week since I've done a knowledge drip. What is wrong with me? I almost dropped the F word. The big F word. Finally. I'm happy to be back. I'm glad to be back. I don't know why I take such long breaks of this knowledge drip that is. I think the reason is because that as I do it more and I do it more and I do it often, I do it more and more and more and more. I think, what else do I have to say? What else can I say about this? How else can I do it? But I know that I have to continue to talk. I have to continue to know that I have the ability to do what I need to do. I got to know that I have the will and the habit and the power to succeed in this if I really want to become a motivational speaker for the whole world, which is one of my greatest goals in life, is to become a greatest motivational speaker. How am I going to do that if I don't record every day? How am I going to do that if I don't practice every day? How am I going to do that if I don't continue to know that in myself I can do it, know that I can be successful, know that I can be rich, know that I can be all the things that are decided upon myself? And that's what today's going to be. That's what we're going to go over today. I have written down some great stuff about about what life has done to me. Not really done to me, but kind of like the gator roll of my mind as this dope ass music plays. I'm kind of enjoying this right now. So let's go ahead and let's start this knowledge drip off right today with a good old thank you. With a nice, great big boo. As you guys know, this knowledge drip is recorded in front of a live studio audience. There are ants running around everywhere in this apartment today. And why? I don't know why. I can't stop them. I tried. I put out the little poisons. I put out the traps. But it just made sense now to me why I can't stop them. It's because maybe I don't really want to stop them. I don't really want to kill them. I want them to allow them to live their lives. Allow them to continue to find food if they can find food in this apartment with no food in it. Because I don't eat here that often. Why? Because I know that I lack nothing. And that's another thing we're going to go over today. We're going to go over the power of knowing that you have enough. So let's go ahead and start off today the right way. Let's start it off the right way before we jump into what I have written. Let's go ahead and start off with the self-confidence formula. Now, as most of you know, if you have the book, The Law of Success in 16 Lessons, which you probably do by this point in your life, I don't understand why you wouldn't get this book if you haven't got it yet. I mean, I've read it 3 times, and now I'm just reading it randomly. I jump from page to page, different sections in this book, just to see if I can get down what I need to get down. But I have found out what we're going to talk about today. And first, we're going to get into the self-confidence formula, just because I need to reiterate it within myself. I need to remember to breathe. I need to remember to continue to do what I'll do. And then we're going to get into some stuff that I have written down for all of you today. So let's go ahead and get into this self-confidence formula. First, I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose. Therefore, I demand of myself persistent, aggressive, and continuous actions towards its attainment. I realize that the dominating thoughts of my mind eventually reproduce themselves in outward bodily action and gradually transform themselves into physical reality. Therefore, I will concentrate my mind for 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of the person I intend to be. By creating a mental picture of this person and then transforming that picture into reality through practical service. Third, I know that through the principle of autosuggestion, any desire that I persistently hold in my mind will eventually seek expression through some practical means of realizing it. Okay, before we continue on, let's go over that part right there. I know that through the principle of autosuggestion, any desire that I persistently hold in my mind will eventually seek expression through some practical means of realizing it. And for some reason, I didn't really want to do the knowledge drip. I don't know. I'm kind of getting tired of it. I don't know. Maybe not enough people are writing in, but there are a few people that write into the show, and there are a few people that enjoy it. And I don't know. I feel like there's not a lot of people doing this. And I got to realize that this isn't for other people. This is not for you. This is not for your mom. It's not for anyone. It's for me. And if you get yourself some joy out of this, if you can get some ideas off of this, that's good too. But for me, I got to realize that what I'm doing is building myself up here. So let's just say that through that, in this third step of the self-confidence formula, it says that my mind will eventually seek expression through some practical means of realizing it. And I keep telling myself when I'm out there and I'm working on the field and, I'm thinking that I'm making good money and I'm enjoying my life and, I'm not lacking anything. And I'm going, why would I keep doing this? But of course, I keep telling myself that I have to do this knowledge drip. I keep telling myself. And eventually it seeks expression. I come home. This is my first time I've been home since, been home before like 9 o'clock this whole week. And it's a Wednesday. And I see my blue microphone, my beautiful blue microphone that sits right here in front of me. I see it, and I don't even bother to do it. And I try to figure out why I don't try to do it. It doesn't take that long. It doesn't take that much effort to continue talking. It doesn't take that much to continue talking. But I just don't do it. I blatantly don't do it. So what I have been doing now is when I walk in my front door, I have a little sticker I put a little sticker on front of my door when I open it that says knowledge drip due today, so that I remember that I get to do this. I don't have to do this. I get to do this. I'm lucky enough to be able to spread the joys of myself. I'm like really smiling right now because I really do enjoy talking, even though there's not really anybody here besides the ants and my beautiful dog here. There's not really anybody here, but you know what I'm saying? It's the thought that I can continue to work on my talking, continue to work on my speech, continue to work on my flow, continue to know that I believe, that I know that I can do something. So let's go ahead and continue with this law of success, because you need to know too. Don't believe in yourself. Do not believe in yourself. This whole belief shit, I don't like this belief shit. Now, there's a lot of people in this world that like the belief. They like the belief. They like to believe, be live, be alive, or whatever it says. You can believe. But for me, I have gotten over this thing of believing, and I have gotten into the power of knowing. Ooh, man, that just sent a chill at my butt. Just to know that I have the power and the will to do what I need to do in order to do what I need to do in order to continue to put out your most favorite knowledge drip with your favorite host, the Wild Thoughts with a Big Bang. So let's go ahead and let's just go back into the third self-confidence part of this right here. And it says, I know that through the principle of autosuggestion, any desire that I persistently hold in my mind will eventually seek expression through some practical means of realizing it. Therefore, I shall devote 10 minutes daily to demanding of myself the development of the factors named in the 16 lessons of this reading course on the laws of success. Now, fourth, I have clearly mapped out and written down a description of my definite purpose in life. For the coming 5 years, I have set a price on my service. For each of these 5 years, a price that I intend to earn and receive through strict application of principle of efficient, satisfactory service, which I will render in advance. I fully realize that no wealth or position can long endure unless built upon truth and justice. Therefore, I will engage in no transaction which does not benefit all whom it affects. I will succeed by attracting to me the forces I wish to use and the cooperation of other people. I will induce others to serve me because I will first serve them. I will eliminate hatred, envy, jealousy, selfishness, and cynicism by developing love for all humanity. Because I know that a negative attitude towards others can never bring me success. I will cause others to believe in me because I will believe in them and in myself. I will sign my name to this formula, commit it to memory, and repeat it aloud once a day with full faith that it will gradually influence my entire life so that I will become a successful and happy worker in my chosen field of endeavor. Signed, Isaiah Roberts. Now, as I was saying, this whole thing about me not doing the podcast or whatnot, even if I just have to come in and just sit down and not do a full 30 minutes, but I should be doing a full 30 minutes because that's what the self-confidence formula demands of yourself. It demands that you come in and you do your daily habits for 30 minutes. It's something that you really want to do it for at least a minimum of 30 minutes. It's not that long. So even if I have to come in this podcast one day, this knowledge drip that is the greatest knowledge drip you ever hear, come into this knowledge drip and just read the self-confidence formula over and over and over again, just until that 30 minutes is up, just so that I know that I can do it. Because you got to know in your heart that you can do it. You got to get out of your mind. You got to get out of your fucking mind. You really do, because your mind will tell you things that are lying. Your mind will lie to you. As the AC kicks on, and we love the AC, you know it. Thank you, AC. So as you guys pretend to know what you're talking about and pretend to know what you're doing, just as I do, and we pretend that the gator is in our midst of life, let's go ahead and start this basic instructions for sitting meditation. And my nose is all clogged up. And I'm pretty sure the reason why my nose is clogged up is because most of the time I drink water during this. But like I said, I haven't been home for like a while. I've been out doing stuff, seeing the world, telling people about this knowledge drip that I was not even doing for like a whole, I don't even, maybe it was 5 days. I haven't done one. But I don't have any water. So what do I got to do? I got to drink this Mountain Dew. And this Mountain Dew is making my throat all clog up. And I don't know if I like that. So after I do this knowledge drip, I'm probably going to go to the store, get myself some more water, some more drinking water. Just because the water here where I live in the great state of Florida and in the small city of Sanford, the water out of the tap is not that good. It's not that good at all. And I'm a big fan of drinking good water because good water can change your whole life. So, before we continue on to what I have written today, and my throat hurts now because that fucking damn Mountain Dew, it's causing like spit to come out of my mouth. Ugh, it feels like I got something stuck in the back of my throat now. I'm not enjoying that at all. But before we start what I have written today, let's go ahead and let's do our basic sitting meditation for all you people out there. And the reason I want to do the basic instructions for sitting meditation is just because I know that as you listen to this and as I do this out loud and I say what's on my mind and I say what's coming out of my heart and through my middle of my brain, I forget what that middle brain is called, but through my heart and through the middle brain, not the big brain that makes me think of lack and limitations, but the other brain that makes me think of the intensity of the abundance that life is. And my heart that understands that there's an abundance of life, and it's my mind that's keeping me down, man. So I'm trying to start thinking with that middle of your mind, the one that's right in between your eyes. I forget what they call it, but you guys can probably figure that shit out on your own. You can do the research and then you can get back to me if you want. So let's go ahead and start this basic instructions for sitting meditation now. And I hope you're happy because I am very ecstatic right now. So let's go ahead and take a quick break real fast and breathe a little bit. And let's go ahead and get into this now. So sit in a stable and comfortable position. Remain upright and still. Close your eyes. Place and keep your attention on the sensations of your breath. Notice in the background all that arises in your mind surroundings, but gently refrain from giving in to the urges to engage in, focus on, or follow the various thoughts, memories, noises, physical sensations, or impulses to fidget that will arise. Allow them to fade away on their own, with your attention remaining on the sensations of breathing. Upon noticing that your attention has gone astray, Gently reapply your attention to the sensations of breathing and congratulate yourself for this mini awakening to an awareness of the present moment. Yes. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That took almost a whole minute and 11 seconds right there. So let's get into this whole thing now. As you're prepared and you're sitting back and comfortable, relaxed, hopefully. Let's get into this thing about who we become, what we think about. And I was out in the wilderness with this beautiful woman. Her name's Victoria. We went out to this nice little place somewhere in Gainesville. I think that's the name of that city that she lives in. But we saw some gators out there. We saw baby gators. We saw big gators. We saw all types of gators. And that got me thinking about what gators do to you. The gators, they grab, right? And then they roll. And the gators grab and they roll. Now this rolling that they do and they grab your arm will spin it right off. Spin it right out of your socket. Pull it right out. The gators will. And that's the same with your mind. So don't let this gator that's in your mind control you. I'm trying to tell you this, and that's what we're going to get writing into. This is what the writing is of today. So let's go ahead and jump into this. We'll jump into around the 16-minute and 40-second mark. So go ahead and, close your eyes. Place and keep your attention on the sensations of your breath. And listen to this smooth, sexy voice as it drips knowledge down the back of your throat, into your ears, and down your cerebellum. And you enjoy your sweet, short little breath of time. The gator roll of your mind. The gator death roll of your mind. Today's sponsor is one of the imaginary evolutions found in my front yard and found all the way to Australia. I'm speaking of the alligator or the crocodile, an ancient row of teeth that push its way into your skin and into your muscles that can control your body. Imagine, if you have the capacity to, a row of teeth or a trap of knives clamped onto your legs. The feeling would be overwhelming to your senses at the beginning. You might even find yourself having a feeling of ecstasy as the razor teeth press and form themselves to be part of your body. Yum. I know. You too can be a gator food, but that is not why the gator is our sponsor today. No, it can't be. That would be too easy. To say the lurking 16-foot creature of the shallow haunts you as you try to catch your next meal. The gator that I am talking about is the gator in your mind. The gator of your thoughts. This gator I am allowing you to feel latched onto your mind. This gator has one move for you. One move that will totally annihilate your possibilities. And it is the roll. This gator will grab your thoughts and roll. Your ideas will go splashing around in the shallows, adjusting constantly what you think about. The skater of the mind rolls and turns. The skater will have you off your definite chief aim, your thoughts and power lost in the torment of the spin. This is why the gator today is our sponsor. That is why the gator is our sponsor. How many of you human becomings have came across this mind gator? I know I have been there. And still to this day, even right now, as I think this have many of the words that I want to say spinning and rolling. The words and ideas lost. It is not easy to get past this rolling of thoughts. For as a kid and teenagers in the school system, we had many classes with different lessons always running about and having many ideas in our mind. This gator human becoming will roll you, for that is how it was taught. This gator will peel your ideas from becoming a definite chief aim. And today, in this knowledge drip, we punch that gator in the mouth and rip out its teeth and take back the power of our thoughts. Hello, all leaders and very self-confident listeners. of the Wild Thoughts with the Big Bang. I know you are very pleased to have a voice that is yours and give you some new ideas. Dear leaders, hear this knowledge drip as an awakening for all the human becomings. This world of infinite and intelligence is yours. Know this. Know this. As we begin to learn and understand our power of manifestation, this power is our greatest ability we are able to use. No longer as leaders of our life will we allow the thought patterns of lack to come into our lives. We will now use our power to benefit us. And we will use the power of our thoughts and actions to control. And thoughts, processes of what we desire, shall manifest our dreams of reality. Our actions of manifestations. The leader of your mind and the follower of your heart. This life is long and your breaths outnumbered. Scared and unaware you are. You will know the power of you today. The unlimited knowledge to drop power. You may still be clouded and not able to see all the way. Take a breath and see your life. See where you want to go and go directly there. Use your imagination and theory. Use your unequated power or lay in bed wishing and yearning. Our breath, fellow human becomings, is on us, and the breath of thought is a form of 1 trillion men. Use the power of the fallen to take the place where only you can stand. Your sinister thoughts and your creative thoughts. Your power of life, your power of the brain. Not just your brain, but all of the human becomings. It is your right as a person of thought to get what you desire and to be in control. Some of us may move to other directions now, but follow stronger than your direction, and in true breath form shall you see how your director set you to become a free leader. The mind's powers is a blessing. Welcome to your favorite knowledge drip, Wild Thoughts with your host, The Big Bang. I know. You're probably going, we already know it's the Wild Thoughts with The Big Bang. Well, there's a lot of new listeners. I'm telling you, there's a lot of new listeners. I don't even understand how that is happening, really. Because I remember the one day when it was one listener, one follower, one leader, one great leader was on here. And that one great leader turned into 3 great leaders. And that 3 great leaders turned into 920 great leaders, into 950 leaders total so far. And we're just continuing to roll through this and believe in ourselves. So let's go ahead and, after all that great sayings, I want to go over some affirmations with you. They're just some basic affirmations that I have written down today. Also, because I'm always writing for this knowledge drip, even though I don't do it every single day. I should be doing this maybe more than once a week. But before we get into what our next little bit of knowledge drip is today, the affirmations, let's do a quick little, let's shift into our wisdom. So go ahead and take a minute for yourself. If you need to, you can even go back and listen to the gator roll of your mind and listen to how you can become the leader of your thoughts. All that stuff is not going to be understood within the first read or the first listen of your life. It's just going not to be. So before we skip on to our next thing, our affirmations, let's go ahead and shift into our wakefulness for this last 6 minutes of the knowledge drip. Because as you know, we only go about 30 minutes. Sometimes we may go longer. Sometimes we may go even way longer. But today, we're just going to go the right amount. Exactly. Probably around the 30-minute mark. And I'm okay with that. And you're okay with that. Because you have things to do and I have things to do. And I got more knowledge drips that I'm going to start producing. I might even record one soon after this. Maybe next week. Maybe tomorrow. I don't fucking know. But let's go ahead and let's shift into wisdom. So to shift to wakefulness from a state of autopilot, lost in mental chatter, shift to noticing what's going on in my head, in my body, and in the world around me right now. Shift to acceptance that this is the way things are right now. Shift to kindness, away from self-criticism, harsh judgings. Shifts to values-based action instead of acting out of habit and impulse. All right. So now we're shifted into wisdom. I took a second for myself there to help myself completely immerse myself into the shifting of wisdom. And at the 26-minute mark, we're going to start our affirmations that we haven't done actually in a minute on the knowledge drip. That is Wild Thoughts with your host, The Big Bang. I just like saying that just because I know how great this knowledge drip is. I understand the power of myself, and I know it to be true unto me that I am going to be one of the greatest motivational speakers of all time, no matter how much time it takes me, because I know now that I am. I know right now what I'm going to be. And you should too as well know what you're going to be, because I think about it constantly. I tell people about it constantly. I know what I'm going to be. I know what I'm going to do. I know how much I write in my knowledge drip books. I know how many pages I have written down, thousands and thousands of pages written just for this knowledge drip alone. Does all of it make it? No, because I know one day it's probably going to change into a book or something. Probably everyone's going to want to read this. But people have been emailing me actually asking if they can get the books and shit, get what I have written down, but there's no way, because I only got one copy, and the copy is mine. And I don't feel bad about saying no, because I know that if I can write a knowledge drip in a book, I know that you can write knowledge drip too, and yours might be different than mine. Yours might be better than mine. Shit, who knows? Until you actually do it, until you actually know and you manifest what's in your mind and in your heart, and know that you have the self-confidence in yourself. The self-confidence in order to end yourself. That's funny. The self-confidence in order to end yourself. Now, when I say that, it might sound like you might just kill yourself. It really does. But the self-confidence in order to end yourself. I like that right there. That's the first time I've heard that. To end what you think that you lack in. To end what you think you lack in. To end, let me tell you one more motherfucking time for you little bitch ass bitches, to think what you're lacking in. Your limitations. You must have the self-confidence within yourself to know that you can do whatever you need to do. It's not that hard. It actually really is hard. It's really hard to know that you can do it, because a lot of people believe in stuff that never come true. A lot of people wish for stuff that never come true because they don't know it and they don't manifest it. So that is why I'm doing this knowledge drip, to know and manifest unto myself. To know thyself, man. You must know thyself. That's good right there. I like that. So let's go ahead and jump into this. Our affirmations before we shut it down. And then we're going to finish with our self-confidence creed, actually. So, take a second. Take a minute. You can even pause it and go to the bathroom, or you can pause it and continue to listen. But let's go ahead and jump into our affirmations now that will tell you that you are not lacking anything. So go ahead and let's start this at the 29-minute mark. Life is good, man. How can it be anything else? I am confident in my abilities to think. I am confident in myself. I am confident that any desire I hold in my mind will manifest its true being unto me. I am aware of my surroundings at all times. I am confident in my voice. I am confident in my walk. I am confident in my writings. I am confident in my fingers. I am and always will be my number one supporter. I am confident in my abilities to manifest my desires. I am aware that my still breathing lungs produce all the things necessary to live an easy life. I am the promise of myself. I am the power I control. I am the vision I put on myself. I do control my present now. I am the meaning of my life. I know for a fact and without a doubt that every person I see and know does something for me to make my life easier. Therefore, I demand love first for myself and then demand love for all the human becomings. You know what? I really enjoyed all these affirmations. And I know I've written them down and I've read them multiple times today already. But for me, personally, I think we're going to go over it again. Just because for myself, these affirmations were fucking powerful for me. They really are. These are the affirmations that I know in my heart, that I manifest in my middle brain unto myself to know that it's true. So let's go ahead and let's start this all over again. Let's do these great affirmations one more time, because I know I can see it right now. If I'm smiling this big, I know that you got to be at least maybe having a little bit of a smile on your face. So let's go ahead and do these affirmations again one more time. We'll start here around the 31 minute and 45 second mark. So go ahead and just think about those affirmations. Think about your life. Think about what you know and how you're going to manifest unto yourself. Life is good, man. How can it be anything else? I am confident in my abilities to think. I am confident in myself. I am confident any desire I hold in my mind will manifest its true being unto me. I am aware of my surroundings at all times. I am confident in my voice. I am confident in my walk. I am confident in my writings. I am confident in my fingers. I am and always will be my number one supporter. I am confident in my abilities to manifest my desire. I am aware that my still breathing lungs produce all the things necessary to live an easy life. I am the promise of myself. I am the power I control. I am the vision I put on myself. I do control my present now. That's powerful to me. I do control my present now. I do control my present now. I am the meaning of my life. I know for a fact and without a doubt that every person I see and know does something for me to make my life easier. Therefore, I demand love first for myself and then demand love for all the human becomings. Big bang. All right. Whew, we're already at 33 minutes and 25 seconds, guys. We fucking did it. That was how simple was that? How simple was it for me to just sit down and do what the self-confidence formula tells me to do, to concentrate my mind for 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking that I want to become? You know what I'm saying? It's easy. This life is real easy if you just do the work. It's easy if you just show up. That's the hardest part for most people, is just showing up to the party. Showing up. Why don't you just show up? Why don't you just do it? All you gotta do is show up and the rest will come to you. So before we finish this off today, we're already at 34 minutes, which is pretty good actually. I'm very happy about this. I'm very, very excited about this. So before we finish this, let's go ahead and get over this self-confidence creed, and then we'll call it a day. All right? So here we go. We're going to start the self-confidence creed at the 34 minute and 30 second mark. So go ahead and take a break. Take a breath. Relax your eyes into the back of your skull and close your eyes as I begin to serenade you with this self-confidence creed. I believe in myself. I believe in those who work with me. I believe in my employer. Ooh, I like this song. I believe in my friends. I believe in my family. I believe that God will lend me everything I need with which to succeed if I do my best to earn it through faithful and honest service. I believe in prayer, and I will never close my eyes in sleep without praying for divine guidance to the end that I will be patient with other people and tolerant with those who do not believe as I do. I believe that success is the result of intelligent effort and does not depend upon luck or sharp practices or double-crossing friends, fellow men, or my employer. I believe I will get out of life exactly what I put into it. Therefore, I will be careful to conduct myself towards others as I would want them to act toward me. I will not slander those whom I do not like. I will not slight my work, no matter what I may see others doing. I will render the best service of which I am capable, because I have pledged myself to succeed in life, and I will forgive those who offend me. Oh, whoops, I missed a part. Sorry. Let's go back to that part where it says, I have pledged myself to succeed in life, and I know that success is always the result of conscientious and efficient effort. Finally, I will forgive those who offend me, because I realize that I shall sometimes offend others, and I will need their forgiveness. Signed, Isaiah Roberts. Now you might be wondering, why do you use your real name when you sign these things? Because that's who I am, man. That's who I got to be out there in the world. But on this knowledge drip, I can be the Big Bang. But when I'm out in the world, I got to be Isaiah Roberts. And that's all right with me. So now you guys know, if you didn't know, what my real name was. If you just dripped in today. We're at the 37-minute mark already. So, once again, guys, if you want to write into the show, you're more than welcome to. The email for that is reflife32@gmail.com. Now, you can write into the show. I will probably respond. But if you want a quicker response, I'm telling you the best way to get a hold of me is through the Snapchat. I like the Snapchat a lot. Snapchat's easy for me to use. It's actually one of the only apps I have on my phone. I don't got Twitter on my phone. I don't got Instagram on my phone. I don't got Facebook on my phone. All I got is the great old Snapchat. And I really enjoy the Snapchat. So if you want to join on the Snapchat, I'm pretty sure in one of the knowledge drips, you probably have to go back, because I can't remember the name of what the name of the Snapchat thing is and how to find me. I don't remember what the name of it is. But if you want to go back and find me, you're more than welcome to. And I think it might even be on the main page. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to like it. And also, if you want to become a donor, a patronage, or whatever it's called, you're more than welcome to. There's a little button on there on the Podbean app if you're listening to it through the Podbean. I know I got people that listen all over every type of form. If you want to become a donator, you're more than welcome to. You can go ahead and hit that little rewards button that's on the Podbean app website. And I think it's not even that much, like $30 a month or something like that, and you can become a rewards member for, your favorite knowledge drip, that is Wild Thoughts with your host, Big Bang. And until next time, people, remember to make your life easy. Remember to know that you can do something, and don't get caught in the gator roll of your mind. Until next time, everyone, this has been your favorite knowledge drip. This has been Wild Thoughts with your host, The Big Bang. Bye.